What is up, everybody? The brand new dev vision for Marvel Rivals Season 2.5, which kicks off on May 30th, just dropped. And there are a lot of exciting things coming to Season 2.5 that we have to go over right now. So let's jump into it. So first off, yes, Ultron is coming, the brand new strategist, and I'm gonna cover him in just a second and give you my thoughts, all right? But what I think is really exciting that I wanted to go over first is the changes to team-ups, because we are getting 6 brand new team-ups that look amazing, and some of the team-ups are getting removed. So let's go over these brand new team-ups. So first off, we have Jeff and Venom getting a brand new team-up where Jeff will get some tentacles that go out and heal your teammates, and I cannot wait to see this team-up. But please, Marvel Rivals devs, if you're listening, please, for the love of all that is holy, give us a Venomized Jeff skin, all right? Jeff is one of the last strategists I have to get to Lord, and it has been a nightmare. But if I had a Venomized Jeff skin, it might be a little bit better, okay? But I do think, and we'll talk about this in a second, that Jeff's getting some buffs, so maybe I'll wait to get him to Lord until the new season comes out. Next up, we have Punisher and Black Widow, with Punisher being the anchor and Black Widow getting an ability that can pierce through enemies. So if enemies are lined up in a straight line, she can shoot, it'll go through all of them. Is this going to make Black Widow playable? Personally, I don't think so. Next up, we have Hawkeye and Luna. And check this out, Luna is the anchor and Hawkeye will get the ability to shoot people through walls. Awesome, right? No, I don't think so. I think this is awful and we'll see how it goes. Hawkeye is already one of the most annoying heroes to play against, so I'm not looking forward to this. Now we have the piece de resistance, all right? We have a new Rocket and Penny team up. And mark my words, you guys can quote me on this. I think this is going to be the best team up in the game. That's right, I said it. Because you're not getting just one, but you are getting 2 team ups. So first off, Rocket is going to have the ability to spawn a second spider mine with Penny. Not only will you have 2 spider mines out there, all right, but this secondary spider mine will also drop armor packs. Phenomenal, I love it. And like I said, that's not all, because Rocket will also have the ability to drop a respawner beacon that has the webbing that also has spider mines in it. So when people try to come kill your respawner beacon, they will have to deal with the mines as well. This is going to be phenomenal, and I think it's gonna put Rocket on the must-ban list moving into ranked for season 2.5. Now, we're not 100% sure how this works, but what it looks like you can have 2 spider mines out, but you're only gonna have one of the beacons out. So I don't think you're gonna be able to have the spider mine beacon and Rocket's traditional beacon. That would be a little bit overpowered, so I don't think that's how it's gonna work. But yeah, I think this will be the strongest team up in the game. Next up, we have Iron Man and Ultron with a team up, and personally, I wish they did something just a little bit more exciting, a little bit more creative, because basically this team up just gives Ultron the ability to shoot through his teammates and enemies. It heals the team and it damages the enemies. If this sounds familiar, it's because it is. This is basically what Invisible Woman's primary fire already does. So I'm not too excited about, like, is it gonna be cool? Is it gonna be a good team up? Yeah, but I think they could have done something like a little bit cooler. All right, then last up, we have a team up that was highly requested by fans, and it is a Storm and Jeff team up. They will be teaming up together to make Jeff into a Sharknado. And it's really cool because the devs mentioned that this was requested by fans and they wanted to do it, so they added it in. I just think it's really cool when devs are listening to the community and they're willing to do some silly stuff. Now, as far as competitive viability, I don't think so. If there's anything we learned from season 1 with the Storm and Human Torch team up, is that just people aren't gonna do it. Anytime that you have to pop 2 of your ultimates just to get this team up, like it's not that great. The coordination, you know, is there a good payoff for it? I don't know. But if you wanna go into quick matches with your friends, do something silly, there you go. Now, let's talk about the team-ups that they are removing. They are removing 4 team-ups. They're removing the Jeff and Luna team-up, the Hawkeye and Black Widow team-up, Rocket and Punisher, and then the trio team-up of Venom, Spider-Man, and Penny. So I do think we're gonna feel the lack of the team up from Rocket and Punisher, even though Rocket's play rate is insane and Punisher's is like kind of mid. I do think we'll notice this. The Punisher and Rocket team up is very, very strong. You basically, if you're on the other team, you just gotta kind of run and hide and wait for it to be gone, unless you could take out the Punisher. So I do think we'll feel that a little bit. But as a strategist, man, I am very, very, very happy that the trio team up with Venom, Spidey, and Penny is going to be gone. Spider-Man just coming in and basically one-shotting you with this Venomized team up. I'm very, very, very glad that this is leaving the game. Then lastly, they're removing Iron Man's team up from the Gamma team up with, Hulk and Namor and Iron Man, which, I guess is cool. The Hulk and Namor team up has been very popular, very strong, so I'm not surprised that they're removing this. All right, now let's jump into Ultron. Ultron, the brand new strategist. So Ultron, they just dropped the full player preview video of it. Ultron will be the first flying strategist, and he has some crazy amount of heals, all right? So he does have like targeted heals to directly heal players, but he also has like an AoE heal that can heal multiple people. His ultimate ability looks crazy strong. His ultimate ability looks like it is going to heal teammates and damage the enemy, and it looks like it's doing a decent amount of burst heal and also a decent amount of burst damage, which I'm super excited for. His primary fire is a laser beam. As we can see on the screen, it looks like he only has like 6 beams before he has to reload. So I'm curious how it's gonna work. It doesn't seem like it's like a tracking beam that you would use for like Iron Man's beam or like Emma Frost's beam, but it does look like it's going to be a very powerful weapon, which I'm very, very, very excited for. It also looks like it has some range. It looks like it goes further than Emma Frost's beam. So I think it's more comparable to Iron Man's beam, which is about like 25 meters, I believe. But I'm really excited for Ultron because I've been playing a lot of Overwatch Stadium lately, and I've been trying to understand what a lot of veteran Overwatch players who came to Marvel Rivals have been talking about the main differences. And I definitely feel that in Overwatch, strategists have more of the ability to make like big plays and get frags. And I think, even though there's some strategists like, Adam Warlock and whatnot who can do a little bit of damage, I do think Ultron might be the first strategist that we get that can do a decent amount of damage and make some of those big, exciting plays. All right, so now let's go over the buffs and nerfs that they mentioned, and keep this in mind, we do not know exact details. We won't know that until the patch notes release, which will probably be this week or next week. But anyways, let's go over the buffs first. Doctor Strange and Magneto for the Vanguards. Doctor Strange definitely needed a buff, super excited about that. Magneto, I'm a little bit more curious about. He is one of the more top-picked Vanguards in high-level play, so I'm curious how they're gonna buff him. 3 buffs coming to Duelists: Punisher, Squirrel Girl, and Storm. Squirrel Girl, awesome. I do think she needed a buff, so this will be interesting, but I think one of the reasons she's not that great is more of her play style rather than, the amount of damage she does, so we'll see how they tweak her. Then there's Storm. Storm, I'm super confused about, super duper confused about. So Storm, for those of you who don't know, she was one of the top picked duelists during season 1. Then the devs did literally nothing to nerf her, but her play rate fell off of a cliff. So I don't understand why she's getting a buff. I am completely baffled by this. I think this is a psychological buff just to increase her play rate, but also I think this is gonna be a nightmare for anybody not playing Storm, and the Storm's on the other team. So I'm curious to see how this goes. Then they talked about Luna. Luna's getting both a buff and a nerf. They are nerfing Luna's ultimate ability by tweaking how much energy you need to get her ultimate. So this means that it'll take a little bit longer to get her ultimate ability, but they did say that they will be buffing her other ability, so that's pretty cool. Then we have Jeff, and for Jeff, they just mentioned he's getting some quote-unquote adjustments. So they actually said, like at the beginning of season 2, I think in that dev vision, that Jeff was getting some buffs, and that never happened. But it looks like they're reworking Jeff just a little bit. So if we go back and look at the screen when they were showing the Venom team up, you can see in the bottom right corner that Jeff only has 3 right clicks of his spit shot, and he also only has 3 bubbles. And previously, you could just right click until you ran out of ammo, and you also had 6 bubbles. So they look like they were really working on how Jeff is going to function in the game. So I'm curious whether they're going to be, buffing his healing capabilities or buffing his damage, because I've seen a lot of arguments lately that they should just make Jeff a DPS player. All right, so now let's talk about the nerfs coming to the game for the Vanguards: Groot, Captain America, and Emma Frost. So for Captain America and Emma Frost specifically, they said that they have just a little bit too much survivability. I've been trying to get Cap to Lord lately, so I'm gonna try to do that before these nerfs come in. But yeah, Emma Frost, I got her to Lord. She definitely has crazy survivability in her diamond form, and now they're gonna be taking down a notch. Now, as far as the duelists, Iron Fist, Human Torch, and Psylocke. Psylocke, I'm not really sure. Like, she's always been pretty decent. I don't know if she, if a nerf is justified, but hey, again, as a strategist main, I'm not complaining. Human Torch and Iron Fist, like, they might have overtuned Human Torch. They definitely made him more playable, but I do see him get banned a lot in my ranked games, as well as Iron Fist. Iron Fist, I'll say this, and I will die on this hill. I think Iron Fist has always been pretty good. You can feel free to roast me in the comments, but I think Iron Fist has always been pretty good, and then they just kept buffing him and buffing him and buffing him to increase his play rate. But as somebody who's played strategist since the alpha, I think Iron Fist has always been pretty freaking decent. So yeah, those are the buffs and nerfs. Let me know your thoughts about those down in the comments below. But last up, we need to talk about the brand new mode. So I'm super excited about this. Marvel Rivals is introducing an auto battler type game similar to like team fight tactics. So this is really cool. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to test it out. I kind of wish it was a permanent mode. Well, unless it's bad, but I don't think it will be. But it looks like a nice change of pace. Like, they've introduced new modes in the past, like the big head mode or the clone mode, where everybody's the same hero, or they just combine the two. And those, like, well, it's like kind of fun. Like, I mainly play them just to get the rewards, but I like when they think outside the box and get really creative and just change everything up, Like, even when they had that Splatoon style game for Jeff during the wintertime, that was super interesting. So I can't wait to try this out, and I'm hoping that if it's successful, that they make it a permanent mode, just have a nice little break from regular Marvel Rivals play. All right, but anyways, there's a little bit more that they go over in the dev video, and I'll link the full thing down in the description below. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below, what are you most excited about coming to season 2.5? Is it the team-ups? Is it Ultron? Is it the buffs and nerfs? Let me know, all right? And also, I am part of the official Marvel Rivals creator program, and I don't know yet, I haven't gotten any word yet, but previously they have given us creators early access to test servers to try out the brand new heroes and the new balance changes and the new team ups and everything. So make sure you follow me on Twitter. It's linked down in my description below, because once I find out if we're getting early access, I will let you all know, and then I will be streaming it so you can come get a first look at Ultron and everything new coming to season 2.5. All right, but anyways, that's all I got for this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell. But other than that, have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.